Hey folks, Crazy Climber 80 here again. And this time we're going to look at a game called Mayday. This was created by a company called Hoei in 1980. And this is a ripoff of Defender. Although the company Hoei ripped off much more directly a lot of other titles. So they took a little bit of liberty to the gameplay of Defender. But you are still a spaceship and you fly to the right. You cannot turn around. There's no reverse button, or you can't pull back on the joystick. You can just move forward to the right and up and down. And there's the control panel. There is a fire button to shoot your laser, and there is a Mayday button, which acts as a slow motion button. And that slows down the action. They even steal sound samples from Defender. Pretty shameless. But there are graphical differences. There's kind of different behaving enemies, and there's some different stages. You generally don't fly over mountains. Most of the settings that you're in is in this kind of tube-like tunnelish area. You can touch the ceiling or floor and die. So don't do that. Mayday, is it like, I guess that's French. Don't know why they put that there, but some of the enemies behave similar to Defender enemies. This is probably very, very rare, but I did see this at a bowling alley that my dad bowled league at on Monday nights way, way back in the day. This has the lovely named enemies Prober and Rammer. Ugh. Let's get started here. Yeah, they steal a lot of sound samples from Williams's classic hit Defender. And there are basically 8 different stages, and then they repeat. But you want to destroy all these bouncing things. There'll be other enemies too. There'll be enemies that break up into smaller pods, like in Defender. But yeah, they steal so many sound samples from Defender. Just kind of slowly ease your way into getting the enemies in your radar. Sometimes it seems like enemies don't want to appear in your radar. Woo, I barely got them in time. Noisy game, just like Defender. This stage here is so easy. Stay right over the tip-tops of the mountains, and those missiles will go right through you. Notice now that your normally forward shot will go downward at an angle. And you need that because you touch those wave things, you're dead. And you just destroy this single enemy that's remaining when it shows up in the radar. And there we go. Yeah, take too long and some red enemy will appear and hound you. Just like in Defender. This level's the hardest. These things come at you so damn fast. You get an extra life every 10,000 points. I'm going to use the Mayday here. And the Mayday is its own special button that makes the action slow down. Slows you down too. And now I'm going to be able to take out some of these small pods. But those things that fly at you so fast are really tough to avoid. Always wail on the fire button. That seems to be a good idea to me. Yeah, this game was okay. I played it a little bit, like I said. Ah, damn it. Like I said, I played it at my dad's bowling alley back in like 1981 or so. Yeah, those TIE fighter shaped enemies are the ones that release those little pods. And you'll need to destroy each little pod. A number of enemies will just pass you by, and then you'll have to keep flying right to see them again. And some enemies will, if you slow down, they will attack you from behind. And that's what the reverse fire button is for. You have forward and reverse fire button. You don't need to use the reverse fire that much. And that indicates I got another extra life. You get an extra Mayday button, I believe, with every extra life. Or you get another Mayday attack, slow motion attack, whatever. It even says Mayday in the radar screen at the top. You will not always be able to see that last enemy. Ah, crap. You will not always be able to see that last enemy in the radar screen. But just keep flying forward and eventually you will see any enemies you have left to destroy. Well, if you run into the last enemy, the mission will end. Yeah, like that. Just a noisy frickin' game and pretty blatant ripoff of Defender. But like I was saying, Hoei has made much more blatant ripoffs before. Like they lifted everything from some of their games. They did a ripoff of Asteroids called Meteor, and they changed none of the graphics at all. Or sound effects. So this at least had a shred of originality in it. There's those TIE fighters and those little pods they release. Yikes. Oh, I almost had a free life. Oh well. I'll show you the rest of the rest of the missions. I made it to mission 4 out of 8. I'll put in my initials. Really hyper annoying sound effects. But yeah, we will look at eventually the remaining missions. This game's I don't care for it much. Defender was too damn hard for me. I barely ever played that one. What horrible names, Prober and Rammer. But yeah, let's look at me take you through the rest of the missions. We're going to finish off mission 4. And it says the name of the mission that you have just beaten at the end. Sometimes your lasers go right through the small enemies. Very frustrating. Now notice we have new enemies in this mission. I put on invincibility at this point. Just wanted to take you through the rest of the levels, or the rest of the missions. And, yeah, you can crash. You can kill yourself by running into the ceiling or the floor in this area. Yeah, there's maybe one new enemy like this guy here that I just killed. And there may be different colors, but the first 4 levels basically repeat. And they treat it like it's 8 missions. Again, stay real close to the mountaintop so the enemy's missiles go right through you. And then just try to kill that last enemy. That hopping enemy. There we go. Now to mission 7. Boy, I would not recommend that people suffering from epilepsy play this game. Good God. A lot of flashing lights and color patterns. Very, very hard on the eyes. We're gonna scoot forward to me beating this level. Just because I want to get through it. Now we'll go to mission 8, the final mission. And then all the missions just repeat. See, those first 4 were basically repeated. There's just different color patterns Or there may be a single different enemy. And I'll show you what it looks like to crash into the ceiling or the floor. It is fatal. Let's just get this stupid mission over with here. Well, I hope you enjoyed your weekend, and I hope you enjoyed the first game of football. Hope your team was victorious. Mine was definitely not. And that was all the missions, and now we're back to mission 1. I will take off the invincibility cheat in just a moment and crash into the ceiling. Boom. Well, that was Mayday by Hoei in 1980, a ripoff of Defender. Well, this is Crazy Clemrace, and thanks for watching Mayday by Hoei in 1980. Hope you all had a good weekend. I will see you soon with another video. Take it easy, everybody. Bye-bye.